Hi, my name is Onno Van Manen. I'm the country director for Save the Children International here in Bangladesh. Well, thank you very much for that question. Innovation in itself is about doing new things. That can be in terms of the way we think. It can be in terms of the way we approach things. It can be in the way we do things. Innovation is also meant to be disruptive. And that's a concept that we need to get comfortable with. Because it means that we will steer away from the way we used to do things. And maybe that will sit with a little unease with us. And that's something that we need to get comfortable with. In that regard, I think that the biggest obstacle, as well as the biggest resource for innovation, is our luggage and experience. Because on the one hand, it will create that feeling of discomfort, but at the same time, that experience and that luggage can give us the ideas for innovation. All right, thank you very much. So first of all, our mission is to deliver lasting and positive change and impact for children. That comes in the way of 3 core objectives that we've set for our 2030 mission, which is learn. All children should have access to basic and quality education. Survive. No child under 5 should die from preventable causes. And 3 is to protect. That all children are protected from violence and harmful practices. Now, in order to achieve those, we need to ensure that we adapt to the changing world around us. And very often have we found that the world around us has been changing faster than we have. So that means we need to change in two ways. One is with regards to the programs that we are implementing, the solutions that we are providing. And secondly is internally, the mechanisms that we are using to function as an organization. Now, again, that can come in many ways. But before I go there, I think it's very important to recognize that as Save the Children, we are working for the next generation. And we need to connect with that next generation. So innovation for us also means that we give voice to the next generation and empower. I remember that when I was a student, we did not agree with the people that were making decisions for us. And we need to recognize as an organization, but also as the development scene at large, that there are people out there with a voice, and that we, as the older generation, don't always know what is best. So we need to connect with them and make sure that the innovations, the solutions that we come up with, connect and meet with their needs. So it's very important that we make that connection. At the same time, we cannot do this alone. Yeah? Save the Children has many good practices and we have many good ideas, but we cannot be best in everything that we do. So we are very keen on having complementary partnerships like the one that we have with Dnet in order to ensure that together we get the best out of what we have to offer. So innovation for us means ways to find ways to deliver change for children in a way that connects with the next generation. And at the same time will combine experience and good practices with innovative and disruptive ideas. So there are many ways of innovation, and I'm certainly not the one to predetermine what innovation should take place. But one thing that I think is very important is that in order for the development, and by the way also the humanitarian sector, to be innovative, is that there is an enabling environment. And that role also needs to be played by the government of Bangladesh to ensure that there is space for new ideas, that there is space for innovation and space for disruption. That means that we need to all be able to look critically into the mirror and to say what is working and what is not working. Once that environment is set, then we can work on that. Having said that, the development and humanitarian sector itself also needs to break free from its own preconceptions and framework in which it's currently operating. There's a lot of good practices that were working 10 years ago, 20 years ago, but today may no longer be applicable. So we really need to work on our own ways of approaching things and approaching dilemmas and challenges that will really connect with, as I said earlier, the next generation. We can innovate in many ways and in many sectors, whether it's education or health, nutrition, technology, livelihoods, skills training. All these areas have the opportunity to innovate and to be disruptive. And it's up to us to work together with the next generation, with students, with youth, with adolescents, to find out ways that we can be disruptive and that we can make a better future for that next generation.